Today we will be interviewing the first Malaysian who is crafting a journey in one of the most competitive industries in the world. And hailing from a small town in Shah Alam, Malaysia, we have with us Miss Amrit Kaur Dhillon. Amrit, welcome to SimplyBhangra.com.
Thank you.
Jian, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. Thank you so much. And welcome to Bombay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now you have a very diverse journey in this industry.
I have. Yeah.
Perfect. Which we will discuss in this interview right now.
Sure.
Okay, now before we start with this interview, I would like to congratulate you for all your title wins,
Thank you.
being the first Malaysian from this country. How do you feel?
I obviously feel, the chosen one to be here, but that comes with a lot of responsibilities. So, I feel good.
Great. Give us a little background about yourself. Who are you? Where did you complete your studies from? Your education?
Okay, so I was born in Malaysia, in Shah Alam, and I grew up in Malaysia itself. I did my schooling there, and then I went to Canada to complete my high school. So after my grade 12, I came back from Canada, started my college back in Malaysia.
Okay.
And after that, I went to England to just further my studies.
Okay, Malaysia, England, Canada, Mumbai.
Yeah, and now I'm here.
Now you're here. Great. Okay, academically you have done something really very different, entirely different as far as the entertainment world is concerned. Can you tell us more about this? Could you share something about this?
Okay, so I get this question a lot. Academically, you've done something different, and then now you're doing this. How, these are two different fields. But I personally feel that they are somehow interconnected. So academically, I've done law. I'm a law grad, and right now I'm into this entertainment industry. But it has helped me a lot. My academic qualifications has actually helped me a lot in my journey, and somehow I managed to merge both of them. So in the entertainment industry, you do need lawyers.
Absolutely.
So I have somehow merged these two fields and created my own world in it.
Okay, now tell us about your life in England.
I realized that over there I actually met myself. I realized that there are so many things we can do in our life. We should not lock ourselves into a box, like this is it, that's all I'm going to do, that's what I'm here for. But I'm blessed that England happened, and I discovered more talents, more things about myself, and I just felt like I'm going to go for it.
You went for it, that's a very great thing.
I did.
And I believe you were still a student in 2015 when you started competing for pageants. How did that happen?
Yes, I was still a student. I was doing my postgrad in law. And then the journey of my pageantry started. I was still a student. I was also working part-time. And I had this big thing coming up where I'm away from the country and there's nobody there to guide me, mentor me. And I had to train myself. I had to prepare myself from every angle, and I'm thankful to some people who actually showed up when I started this journey. There is this former Miss Malaysia. Her name initially was Byron, and now she's changed her name to Eliona. And she was one person who actually guided me, told me, who to approach for national costume and all that. So she's been a great guidance. A lot of my friends actually showed up, and they gave me the push that I should not let go of this opportunity. And managing was obviously a challenge. I think when you're doing multiple things, it's never easy. You have to manage, and time management is obviously one way of managing things, and it's never easy. For me, it has not been easy because education was very important. I had my finals coming up. I had my final assignment, submission of final assignment 2 to 3 days after my grand finale, and my lecturer, who's now a law dean, Miss Penny, actually gave me an option. You either choose to go for pageantry or you choose to be a lawyer.
And
I said, I choose both. She just looked at me, she's like, Amrit, are you serious? Do you know what you're saying? I'm like, I know, but I can't let go of this opportunity. I'll do everything, I'll do anything and everything to make sure that I hand in my assignment on time and I pass this exam. And she was kind of a little disappointed with me. She thought I'm taking things lightly, but you know, what they say, when you know yourself, when you know your abilities, and no matter what happens, when you know inside you can do it, you just can do it. So I did it, and I passed with flying colors. I submitted my assignment. I prepared before leaving to Philippines. The competition was in Philippines, and I did my assignment partially on the way in the flight, typing it out, and then I tried to find some time during my competition. Obviously, it was tough, so 1 hour or something. In 2-3 days, I found 1 hour, and then after the grand finale, I actually had 1 day before my flight. I sat down and completed my assignment, submitted it, and I aced it.
Oh, you worked very hard, so
I had to.
Okay, Amrit, for the pageant applicant, there are many things to prepare for, like sponsorships. You have to practice a lot for the walks and all. How did you manage all this? Was there somebody mentoring you, guiding you? Was there any support?
No, like I said, I was away from the country and I was a student. I had to fly from England to Philippines. I did not get the time to go back to Malaysia, get somebody to train. I could have taken training from England as well, but a lot of things are involved in pageantry, like I said, sponsorship and everything. And when you're competing for your country, the support needs to come from there. So now here is something a little, I don't know how exactly to put it. It was a little challenging for me. Being away from the country and competing for the first time. What happens is when you do something for the first time, not everyone show up to support you. Not everyone will have to, have faith in you, or not everybody's going to be like, let's invest our time, energy, or anything in this person. A lot of people have doubts. Similarly, for me, people who knew me really showed support. But those who did not know me that well, or who knew me partially, they were like, oh, we don't know if she will even get selected. We don't know if she will even compete. So sponsorship was a challenge. A lot of things that a pageant winner or pageant girl, when she competes in overseas and internationally, a lot of things that she needs to prepare for herself comes from the organization, and I did not actually have an organizer back home. And obviously, being the competing for the first time, it was more like it was a risk, for people. So I just told my friends, because my friends were also trying, let's secure something for her. But I told them that it's okay. Those who showed up, I'm really thankful, but it's okay if there is no extra support coming in any other way. I will do anything and everything I can within my abilities to go for it. I will not actually give up. So I trained myself. I watched a lot of videos. I did a lot of readings. I did. I think I've said this in my previous interviews as well. I was my own student. I was my own critic. I was my own teacher. It was not easy. I had to, invest a lot of my time. So I used to work. I used to come back from work, go to library, do my work, my studies, and then come back home, cook, eat, and then from 9 to 12, I will have my workout. I'll have my talent round training, rehearsal, catwalk rehearsal, my introduction speech, every single thing, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m., sometimes 1 a.m., every single day. That was the minimum that I'm talking about. In the morning, I'll have another round of me somehow preparing myself, reading and all that. So it was challenging, but at that point of time, I enjoyed this journey. I didn't feel like it was tough, but I didn't feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. Since I had interest in it, I was like, I can't wait to go to Philippines. I can't wait to compete. I can't wait to wear the sash of Malaysia. So it somehow just kept me going. It's the fire, the burning desire kept me going.
The risk that it took definitely was worth it.
Oh, it was worth it.
Nice one.
It was.
Okay, Amrit, in 2017, you were the first runner-up and won other awards as Miss Malaysia.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes.
Great. And there was something else that happened in 2018. It took place exactly 2 to 3 weeks before. Something big was coming up your way.
2 to 3 weeks before.
You won the pageant.
Okay, yes. Alright, so in 2018, 10th of February, I won another pageant. It's called Miss India Worldwide Malaysia. But right 2 to 3 weeks before that, I actually got an offer to work for a Bollywood film with Ajay Devgan. And trust me, that was such a surprise. I still remember I was in office because I graduated and I started working in Malaysia, and I saw this message from a person telling me that, there is this casting going on and they're looking for this, and are you interested? And I'm like, okay. Initially I was excited, but I'm like, is this even true? I'm not even in that country, I'm in Malaysia and they're approaching me for this. But I did my background checking. I said okay. They asked me for my introduction. That point of time I did not even know how people give introduction here in Bombay. I took a selfie camera and I went on and on talking about me. Oh, this is my name, I'm from here. And I don't know, probably there was something that they found in that introduction that I somehow fit the character. So within 10 days, I got the contract, I got the visa, I got the ticket, and within 10 days I was here in Bombay for the very first time in my life, shooting for a film, a Bollywood film called Dede Pyar with Ajay Devgan. And I was still in disbelief. I'm like, okay, I have a pageant going on, and I'm here in Bombay, which obviously was a part of my journey, a part of my plans, and obviously a part of my goals and dreams. But it just happened, and how it happened was a surprise.
Great. And then you flew out to the United States in 2018 and 19, where you won Miss Photogenic twice.
So in 2018, December,
correct,
I flew to US to compete internationally for Miss India Worldwide, representing Miss Malaysia, as Miss Malaysia, obviously. I won an award, Miss Photogenic, over there. Yeah.
Okay. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਹੈ 2020 ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ?
Lockdown
ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ। ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਬੰਦ ਸੀਗੀ। ਲੋਕੀ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ ਬੰਦ ਘਰੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਸੀਗੇ। ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਸ਼ੂਟਿੰਗ ਵਾਸਤੇ
पूरी दुनिया कर बैठी थी। मैं सोचे कि चलो कुछ करते हैं लाइफ च अपॉर्चुनिटी आई वाई टू लेट गो ऑफ इट, but proper precaution then obviously. But yes, I shot for a web series as a lead. I did music videos with the Dodger, 2 of them.
Okay, and then you did some more projects which were released on the MX player.
Yeah.
And some are yet to be released.
Yes.
Okay. Amrit, you are like an aircraft which is still flying. You took some pit stops.
Yeah.
Then again you're finding a place to land, a runway to land. What's your final destination?
Good question. So, I think I'm still flying. I'm yet to discover my final destination. But I bet it will be, I will do my best to make sure that it's a beautiful one.
Absolutely.
I think the journey matters more. Obviously the final destination plays a big part. That's why you are on a certain journey, because you know where you want to get to. But let's see when the final destination comes.
From what I know, you possess multiple talents on there. Did you know that you had these talents, or did something kick you in? What pushed you?
I always loved dancing. I think before anything else, I think I'm a born dancer. I remember that I started dancing since I was very, very small, little, probably 2-3 years old.
Okay.
Whenever कोई भी गाना शुरू होता सी मैं लग जाती थी. I loved dancing. Slowly I discovered that I love poetry. I love writing, and acting was obviously. If you are into dancing, you would enjoy acting. And मैं शीशे के सामने खड़ी रहती थी छोटे होंगे तो always dancing and acting. So I knew I loved acting. I knew I liked dancing. But a lot of things I discovered as life happened. Like I said, when I went to England, it was a blessing because I discovered a lot of things about myself. And after coming to Bombay, I realized that some of the interests that I have, those are not just interests, those are talents that I possess. So, and I also feel that if somebody is an artist is like an ocean. You just need to keep digging and you'll find a lot of things inside. So जे कोई कलाकार है, मैं मानती हूँ कि कुछ चीज़ें it's gifted. Certain things you learn, some skills you learn, but certain things you're gifted with. If you are an artist, you're born artist, and you never know what else you possess. So it's unlimited.
Now, let me come to the main point over here. You're a very good Bhangra dancer as well. I've seen your videos, and you're a voiceover artist as well, from what I know from social media.
Yeah.
What do you say about that?
Again, this voiceover artist happened after coming to Mumbai. I discovered that this is something that I can do. I was dubbing for one of the films, and at the dubbing studio, someone approached me and they're like, you have this thing. Would you like to try, doing voiceovers? And I'm like, okay, I don't mind trying. I did it. It worked. I discovered another talent. Talking about Bhangra is something very personal to me, very, obviously, being a Punjabi, I'm very much attached to the culture, to the traditions and all, and Bhangra is something that just lifts my mood anytime, anywhere. And yeah, I love dancing to Bhangra music. So.
Okay, Amrit, you have changed several locations worldwide, Malaysia, Canada, the UK, Bombay.
Yeah.
Has the geography affected you in any terms?
Very much. It actually really, a lot of people don't realize when you change locations, there are so many things that you need to take into consideration. There are so many things change in your journey. Whereas for me, in different environment, now I wouldn't say used to it, but now I'm usually mentally prepared. Whenever I go to a new place, I know that there will be different kind of culture, different food, different environment, different weather. I come from a place where there is no winter. It never gets cold in Malaysia. And when I went to Canada for the first time, I experienced snow. I was excited, but it was very cold and I could not really tolerate that much of cold. But over the time, I realized, that you need to be a little more kind to yourself, not to be too harsh with yourself, not to be too rigid. For me, the food was one thing that I really missed. Every time I change country, I miss my home food. My favorite food, that's in Malaysia, it's called nasi lemak. I don't get that anywhere. And you leave your people behind and then you go ahead and to achieve your goals. Obviously, the emotional feeling is there, feeling homesick or missing family, friends, the place, the vibe of your place. But I think I started to build a home wherever I go and build a family wherever I've gone. So I do have family in Canada, and I realize not sometimes, a lot of times we don't realize that where we're born, that's our family, that's our blood family, and then there's a chosen family, friends, some people that we choose, and they become so close to in our lives, and they become a part of our family. So I've got this chosen families in many countries, whenever I feel like I can actually just take my bag, go there, because I've got homes built at a few places. Yeah.
Alright, that's nice. Amrit, now I'm just going to ask us a very serious question over here now. Since we've spoken about pageantry, it involves all females. Now, do you think some girls do not open up when it comes to their career and life decisions? What is the message for those girls in the younger generation who are looking forward to around these?
Yeah. A lot of girls don't open up. Based on what I have seen, but there are also a lot of girls in today's generation, they've started to voice out what they think is right for them. But yet there are so many girls that I know personally who don't open up, especially when it comes to the decision of their lives, when it comes to their careers. They want to do certain things, but then due to some pressure from society, from family, from parents, they tend to just go quiet, and then later on it affects them in many in bad ways, which I think you rather take the build the courage to speak up and explain that this is what I want and this is the reason why I can't do this, I would like to do this. It's good to speak now than regretting later on. What I would suggest is, I think it's very important to speak up, and a lot of girls are afraid of doing so. It's never easy. It's easy for me to say, go and speak up, but then if we try to be in their position, it's obviously hard. But then you never really know your inner strength until that's the only option you have. So if for a second they just, take a look and think about their future, I think they would generate the strength कि आगे जाके ये होना है, मैं अपनी life इस तरह चाहूँगी है. It's very important to take charge of your life.
It takes a lot of courage to speak up for yourself.
Oh yes, it does. It does. And some people are fortunate to have some parents who really understand them. So for those kids, I think they can just express. But I would really advise girls to know themselves, be true to themselves. Like, it's very important for you to listen to your inner voice, because that's what guides you, tells you what's best.
Family support is of utmost importance.
Oh yes, it's very important, especially for people, not only for girls, I would say even for guys. If you have big goals and if you are moving places to achieve something that's really tough and it's a competitive industry, family support can really boost you. Family support can really make you feel a little settled from inside. If you feel disappointed and then you have this thing at the back of your mind, chalo, you don't have no family, I can go and speak to them. But it's sad for those who don't get a family support. It's definitely tougher for them. But I would say they are strongest if they don't have the family support, and they are the strongest because they're still going without any support system.
An artist like yourself has come completely from the outside world. You're like a complete outsider, established in Bombay. How does it feel like? What's your take on it? I mean, I've seen families having different backgrounds, have friends or relatives in the film industry, whereas you have no one, as far as I know.
Okay.
Tell the viewers about this.
So to begin with, to answer your question, first of all, there is a lot more to achieve. I'm still at the very beginning stage. I'm yet to gain more experience, do more work. There's a lot for me to learn. Being an outsider, I think I'm the biggest outsider here. I've not found any Malaysian in Mumbai pursuing the same thing. So yes, I don't have family background in films. I'm not from Mumbai. I'm not from Maharashtra. I'm not from India, in fact. I come from a country where I've not met anybody else from the same place over here. So if you say I'm an outsider, yes, a complete package of an outsider. And I'm proud being an outsider.
Amrit, unlike earlier days, if an artist possesses two qualities, two or three multiple qualities, like an actor or a singer, they can focus only on one. They have to focus on only one. Whereas today, the industry is more welcoming towards multi-talented artists like yourself. And then they call it a deadly combination because you possess so many talents. What is your take on this?
So I get this a lot. This word deadly combination. In fact, a lot of known productions have approached me to be a part of their core team, which I have actually given a shot. I've learned a lot. So what's my take on it? I think first of all you should be focused in what you're here for, but then if there are other opportunities knocking your door, there's no harm in opening the door and see what's there.
Open the door and be welcome.
Yep.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਿਖਾਰੀ ਵੀ ਹੋ because I've seen your poetries on social media. ਕਦੇ ਲਿਖਣ ਦਾ ਗਾਣੇ ਲਿਖਣ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ?
ਗਾਣੇ ਲਿਖਣ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਗਾਣੇ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, but let's see when the right time comes and probably they'll be out.
ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਤਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ?
God, okay. Music is there. It's very much with me. जे career ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ personal life music ਬਹੁਤ it plays a very important part in my life. I would say somehow music bhi hai vijay. I've learned some musical instruments. I've learned how to play harmonium when I was a kid. And let's see where life takes me next, and we never know, maybe music is there.
Okay, so future we can expect something coming from Amrit Kaur Dhillon as a musician.
I don't promise, but you can expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected,
Yeah.
definitely. Okay, Amrit, now I'll take a U-turn over here. Do you think the pageantry industry is losing its charm and fame that it had earlier?
Yes and no. Okay, yes, because see, pageantry is not modeling. A lot of people don't understand. Pageantry is not about a fashion show or ramp walk. Pageantry is beauty with purpose. How do you use your beauty for a good cause? A lot of people don't realize that, and their only focus is on outer beauty. What about your inner beauty? What about the purpose? So those who don't focus on these things, they are losing the charm, the essence of pageantry. But those who are still in touch with the essence of pageantry, they are maintaining. The charm is there, obviously. A lot of pageants are doing really well. A lot of new pageants have started doing really well. And I believe you need to have a good team to plan the pageantry in the right possible way.
True.
Yeah.
Now let me spill the beans for everybody. This may come as a surprise, but Amrit's first music video was with one of the biggest names in the Punjabi music industry. Kehta hai?
Why not?
It was with legendary Amar and Miss Pooja.
Yeah, that was the start of my journey.
Good. Apart from being a creative person, you are very much into sports, and I heard it was your first heartbreak. Uthe hoya dil tutiya. Kidda ki hoya?
Oh my god. Okay, so मेरा पहला ambition सीगा to go into sports.
Okay.
Straight out, but it didn't happen. And it's a long story why it didn't happen and all that. But yeah, I was very heartbroken, and I was lost. I didn't know now what do I do in life, because it was fixed in my mind that I want to get into sports. Film ਦਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਦੂਰ ਤੱਕ ਕਦੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਮਲੇਸ਼ੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਬੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਫਿਲਮ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਕਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, but it wasn't something usual, so it didn't click in my mind that it's possible until I started my modeling journey, Miss Pooja and Amrit Kaur जो मैं गाना ਕੀਤਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ oh it's possible. ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਾਈਂਡ 'ਚ ਚਾਹੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਚਾਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ you know to act. ਜਦੋਂ advertisements ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਛੋਟੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ, I used to ask my dad, how can I get inside the TV? So being a kid, I used to actually go behind the TV to see, is there a door, is there a place where you can actually, you know, shrink yourself and get into the TV?
Okay, now let's play a small game wherein I will give you an English word and you will tell something in Punjabi.
Oh, are you testing my Punjabi?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, if I win this game, what do I get?
After the show.
That's a very smart answer. Anyway, you can start it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, चलो पहला word दूंगा तुम suitcase.
Punjabi च दसां?
हाँ जी.
Techi.
Onion.
Ganda. Some people call it pyaz, but I think it's ganda. Punjabi च गंडे. Yeah.
Gande. Warm water.
कोसा पानी.
Sugar.
Khand.
Okay. Mule.
Khachar.
Khachar.
You're giving me
this after a
easy
long
words.
time. Okay, now let us switch.
Okay.
You have to tell the significance of certain words that I'm going to give you now in Punjabi.
Okay.
Okay, so fukna.
Fukna.
Fukna, not funkna. Fukna, Punjabi ch. ਉਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ
ਜਦੋਂ ਚੁੱਲ੍ਹੇ ਤੇ ਅੱਗ ਬਾਲਦੇ ਆ,
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
there is this thing where you ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੂਕ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਅੱਗ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
Okay, fukna, yeah.
ਫੁਲਕਾਰੀ।
Fulkari dupatta. It's also a cloth that's used. Maiya wale use ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ।
ਜੀ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ।
See, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ culture ਵਾਲੇ, excuse me, what do you think?
ਹੁਣੇ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ।
Okay.
ਚਿੱਤਰ।
Oh my god! I have so much to speak about this. Chittar is a tool that's, you know, I'm sure a lot of people must have heard this sentence. Chittar is a tool to reshape the Punjabi kids' for their better future. And it's usually a mother's favorite tool. But yeah, my mom's favorite tool as well, maybe.
और बड़ा experience लगता है यार?
नहीं, well, हाँ, काफी experience है. In fact, I think my mom's chatter got hired as well. And in the end, my mom was like, you know what? I'm done with you kids. So, and she has this famous dialogue, "Lo pila mera," and that means that now she's done with the chitra tools and nothing is gonna happen. So yeah.
Oh, they were chitra the baad.
Chitra the baad kuch nahi. My mom just gives up. Do you think you can reshape any Punjabi kids' teeth home there? So yeah, that's what they want.
Alright, Amrit. Lastly, may I know what is the message for the viewers and the fans of SimplyBhangra.com?
Viewers, to watch this interview, and I would really appreciate if you like it, do share. And for Simply Bhangra, thank you so much. I know that you guys have been promoting, you guys have been supporting artists, Punjabi artists all across the world. Thank you so much for your efforts. And one more thing for the viewers, a lot of people actually ignore certain things in their life when it comes to their career or inner desires. I would always say, which is what I've told in my previous interviews as well, please be true to yourself. Listen to the voice within and go for your goals. It's never easy, but it's going to be worth it. So all the best.
Very nice, Amrit. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much.